What's going on, everybody? Serial Entrepreneur here for another episode on the Digital Marketing School. And in this episode, we're going to quickly talk about how to actually set up the Facebook ads funnel. We're just going to go through some quick tips and things you want to know when setting up your funnel. And that's basically it. So stay tuned for this episode. Here we go. Alright guys, so like I said, in this video we're going to talk about the ads funnel, basically some things you need to know when building your ads funnel. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. Basically what we have right here is step one. Now the step one is going to be the area where you're really using more of the interest group targeting or audiences that you've saved, right? So audiences where you create the interest groups, you create the age range, gender, all of that. And this is where you're basically picking up new traffic, new leads, cold traffic, right? So what we're doing in this stage is really just sending them content that is related to our product or niche that they might be interested in. All right. So we have 2 blog articles here that we're running and then 1 video ad. So you're just that's it. Basically pick 2 interesting articles. What I like to do is look through all of my articles, see which one's got the most engagement, and then use that article as the starting point because it's more likely to interest other people, right? And then same thing with the video. Then all you're going to do is run these ads to your interest group audiences and then narrow those audiences down from there. So what we've done though is basically find a group of leads they're all cold leads, but we know they're interested somewhat in our products or services. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take them, move them through the rest of this funnel and get down to the people who are actually interested in purchasing. Then we're going to send them to that blog post. All right. Then after they view the blog post, we create a custom audience. Okay, and all that means is you're going to people who viewed or interacted with this ad or who actually went to visit the blog article, we're going to continue them through this ad funnel. And you can see that in the actual ad example. Let me go ahead and get that up really quick right here. So you can see we have our custom audience 7-day visitors. So people who visited this blog post in the last 7 days will be sent through the rest of the funnel. People who didn't visit it obviously don't go through the rest of the funnel. So then in step 2, what we're doing is we're actually trying to get them to sign up for something. We're trying to give them some free value and get them to actually give us their information. So we've warmed them up a little bit. Now we want to actually get them to give us their information. You don't always have to start an ad campaign leading them directly to an information capture page. But once they go through this information capture page and you send them the free value offer, then they're going to move to the 3rd step, which is where we like to usually do some sort of soft offer or soft promotional offer. And so you can see we did like $50 off the Digital Marketing School and a free 30-minute phone consultation. From here, what we're trying to do is get them basically to go to our website, right? Which means they're trying to visit our product page. All right, so that's where the next phase of the funnel kicks in. And you can see in our example, we have, I think it's 4 phases. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and this 4th phase, this is bonus. This builds brand loyalty, but the most important ones, at least for getting sales, are going to be these 3 right here. This is also good for upselling other products and services, so that's why it's important to have it in place. So now that we've gotten them all the way to our product page, we're going to run them through the product page funnel. And that's all you're going to do. You're going to basically build out separate day increments where you're going to send them different types of ads. So after 2 days, we send them 5 reasons our product is awesome. After 5 days, we send them, or after 2 days and between 5 days, we send them the carousel testimonial. Between 5 and 7 days, we send them the Facebook ad talking about awards and press that our product or service has received. And then that's it. You're basically just really trying to warm them up. These ads should drive them back to the product page that we're talking about here. Then the next part you're going to do is once they get to the product page, they've viewed it, at some point they'll add it to cart, right? Or they'll visit checkout. And that's where this next step comes in. This can be cart page or checkout page, whatever. And then basically all you're trying to do is, if you know so they came through, they made it to the product page, they didn't buy. They came through a second time, they made it all the way to the cart, but for some reason they didn't finish the purchase just yet, right? So now we know they've made it to the cart. We know they're super interested. We want to retarget them again and get them to buy. All right. So now all we're going to do is we're going to send them a gentle reminder. Then we're going to send them an offer, and then we're going to send them an even better offer. We want to get that person to buy. It's better to get them to buy than to completely lose them altogether, right? Even if it is at a discount. As long as you're not losing money on that discount, you should be okay. But as you can see, I mean, it's that simple. There isn't a lot that goes into it. You really just want to pay attention to each part, which audience you're doing. So what I like to do is, you can see my little notepad down here. When I was creating this, we came through and we went through each type of ad. So different types of Facebook ads for this campaign to run. And then we wrote out which types of Facebook ads we would need. Then we looked at what custom audiences we would need to build for this ad. And then all you do, once you pull all of the individual pieces of information out, you just go through each one and basically set up each ad inside of Facebook Ads Manager, or wherever you're building these types of funnels or campaigns at. That's it. It's that simple. So the only thing you need to consider outside of that is, what content are you promoting? Is it actionable content? Is it actually useful content? Does this stuff down here, like your customer reviews and your awards and your reasons why your product, does this actually give the customer a reason to buy? Outside of that, you want to consider one last thing, and that's, how expensive is the product? Okay? Because if you look at this whole funnel, let's go look at this one more time. If we start off here, 7 days later, 7 days later, so if, it takes them the longest amount of time to commit to each one of these steps, that means 14 days right here. We got 21 days, 30 days, and then this is after they purchase. So, right here we're working on a month, and sometimes products just take longer to sell. Like, for example, a digital marketing course might take on average 2 months to sell a customer who came in at this stage right here. So you want to take that into consideration. You might need to add in more steps of content promotion first, and other reasons for them to engage with your brand before you try and start hard selling them. So you might need to, add more into this stage up here, and adding more free content before you actually start to send them these retargeting ads to get them to purchase. Just something to keep in mind. The more expensive a product is, usually the longer it takes someone to purchase. So the more content and the more in-depth of a funnel you need to build. Another thing is, like I mentioned in the other video, none of this is in stone. You don't have to keep any of this the same way. You can do all of the content differently, all of your offers differently, and I actually recommend you do that because it's best to split test things. That's why we split test these ads. And to be honest, we would probably split test this video too and try another video down here as well. So that's it, guys. If you're wondering what software I'm using to do this, it's called Draw.io. It's a app by Google, and literally drawing, here it is, Draw.io down here in the bottom. It's a free app you can use to build this. There's other ones that are out there that are way better than this. This is just what I was using really quickly to put this together. So anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here. If this video was useful for you, let me know in the comments section below. What do you think would be the hardest part of setting up the Facebook ads funnel for you? Leave that in the comments below as well. Outside of that, guys, I'll talk to you on the next episode. Serial Entrepreneur out.